everyone, welcome back to another makeup session. I'm 𝗧𝗜𝗍𝗦𝗍. In today's video, I'm doing the cold girl look with a twist. And I'm doing icy blue eyes. It was inspired by chilly, cold winter days and little deers in the forest because they're so cute. If you want to get ready together, just keep watching. I'm starting off prepping my skin with primer, and I use Maybelline Master Prime. And I just place this all over my face. It's very silky and smooth to the touch. And this is also an important step because it helps your makeup lay on smooth and even. Next, the palette I'm going to use is Kara Beauty Metamorphosis. And I'm going to use this darker blue shade in the color Behold. Starting from the outer corner, bringing it part way to the center of my lid, focusing more on my outer corner and crease area, and I bring it out, creating a wing. For hooded eyes, you want to place the shadow just above the fold as well as in the fold so it doesn't get lost in your eye. Now I'm taking more of that dark blue shade and I'm building it up and blending it out. That way it has a much smoother edge, and I'm blending it also in the crease. Then I place it right under my inner brow, not going too far in, bringing it down part way toward the end of my inner corner. Next, I'm going to take this medium shade Be Good. I focus on the center of my lid and blend that into the darker blue. And I take more of that medium blue and I build it up and I blend it into the darker blue. That way it has a smoother transition. As well as go over the edges of the dark blue to blend out that harsh line. Then I place it under my inner brow just below the dark blue and blend both shades together. Now I'm going to take this lighter shade Precious, and I just start in the inner corner and I blend it into that medium blue. Then I build up more of the color, and then I add a little bit more and blend out the edge of the medium blue like we did with the dark blue. And I'm just using my finger since the brush took more of the product away than my finger did. Now I'm taking that light blue eyeshadow and I'm just building it back up. Since we blended it out, it did smudge away a lot of our eyeshadow, and we want that intense color. And I'm going to place it right under that medium shade under my inner brow and make it level with my inner corner. Now I'm going back in with that medium shade and I'm blending it into the lighter shade just on the inner corner section. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Eyeliner in the color Milk and I'm going to place that on my inner corner. This will brighten up the eye. Now I'm going to add this sparkly shade Angel Energy, and it has like a blue hue to it. I'm just applying this shimmer shade right on my inner corner where we place the white eyeliner. Now I'm going to get a Q-tip and a non-oily makeup remover, and I'm going to add it right on the tip. Then I just wipe away my eyeshadow where I'm going to place my eyeliner. You want to kind of be careful with this because you can make the line a little bit too big since you are using a regular Q-tip. If you have the pointed ones, that's the best option. Unfortunately, I didn't have the pointed Q-tip, so I did have to use this regular Q-tip. But you also want to trace the upper part of your lid, and you just want to bring it out so you can create an upper wing with that eyeliner as well. Then you just want to dry it off so it doesn't smudge. Now I'm going back in with that dark blue and I'm just tracing over the lines on the edges just to clean it up a bit. That way our eyeliner doesn't look a bit messy and it's not big and chunky. And I'm also going back in with that medium shade and I'm just cleaning up the areas that I had the medium shade in very carefully. Next, I'm going to add my eyeliner, and I'm going to use Urban Decay 24/7 Inks eyeliner in the color Ozone. And I'm just bringing the eyeliner out from the inner corner, and I'm starting at the center of my lash line, and I bring it down my lash line to my outer corner, and then I swoop out to build the perfect wing. And you want to make sure you fill in all the gaps that we cleaned up with makeup remover because we definitely don't want that showing. And you just take your eyeliner and you wing it out, keeping the same exact shape as the other eyeliner below it. And you just want to fill in all of the areas that you carved out with that makeup remover. Since we carved out our eye with the makeup remover, it makes it a little easier to place your lines. But if it was a darker eyeliner, I would suggest using a eyeshadow and making a line and then tracing right over it. Now I'm going to make the inner corner pointy. And if you struggle making a wing, you can always use makeup remover and go over the edge with a Q-tip. And I bring it in partially under my lower lash line. Now I'm placing 3 dots just between the 2 wings that we made. And they look like snowballs. I think they're so cute. Then I place a few dots on the inner corner section where we place that eyeshadow. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I just make larger dots as well as smaller dots, and then I scatter them around right under the brow. Next, I'm just fixing the brows, and I use NYX the brow glue, and I'm just brushing upward strokes to fix all the brow hairs. Next, I'm taking a spoolie, and I'm just brushing out my eyebrow hairs again to make them a little bit more straight, as well as go over the top and straighten that out as well. Next, I'm going to use my concealer, and I'm just placing that right underneath the eye. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape. Then I'm going to take my flat brush, and I'm going to bring it up towards the temple. And then I'm going to blend it out a little bit. I never go fully up into the crease. I just don't like how it looks. It causes too many wrinkles for me. Now I'm going to place a little right on my nose, and I don't want very much, just a little tiny dot. And I'm bringing it down the bridge of my nose, and I stop just before the end of the tip, and I place a little on the tip, just as a line right across. Don't worry, we're going to blend this out. Now I just take my beauty blender and I go over the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose, and I just blend it out into my skin tone so it looks more even. And then I go right under the eye and I blend that out as well. I personally don't like foundation, so I typically will skip that step just because it lays on way too patchy and it looks a bit caked on, and I don't like how that looks. But if you like foundation, you're welcome to use that as well. And then you put your concealer right over top of that. I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm going to dip right into that powder, and then I'm going to place it right under the eye. As well as the nose, right where we placed all that concealer. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and brush away any of the extra powder because we don't need all of that. Next, I'm just taking that same white eyeliner that I used on my inner corner, and I'm placing it in my waterline. This will brighten up your eye and make it appear a lot bigger. Now I'm going to take Full Bliss, which is a brown color, and I place that right under the eye. I find this method a little better than placing anything creamy right under the eye, such as concealer, since it does tend to wrinkle up. And you also want to buff that out. Now I'm going to take that same color and I'm just going to contour my lower part of my cheek, and I use my upper ear as a guide down to the outer corner of my lip, and I just place it on both sides. And for a softer look, I take my beauty blender and I just go over it. That will buff it out a little bit so it's not so harsh. Then I take a smaller fluffy brush and I put some right underneath my lip. because I like the pouty look. And I'm just taking my NYX Powder Puff Lippy in the color Group Love, and I'm placing that on my apples of my cheeks. And I bring it towards the temple, not going too high. And then I'm placing it right underneath my nose and above the tip of my nose. Now I'm just blending out on my nose as well as above the tip of the nose. And you want to blend out the cheek areas. You want it to look as natural as possible, like you've been outside on a cold winter day. And I just take another brush. I'll use a smaller brush for the nose. That way we could really blend it out. Now I'm taking the Beauty Blender and I'm going over that again. That way it gets a little bit softer. Now I'm going to go back into my palette and take 100% Success. And I'm taking a foundation brush and I'm just going to stubble that on. And I'm just going over all the areas we placed that blush at. Just to give it more of a realistic look. Then I take the same NYX Lippy and I just place that in the center of my lips. You don't want to go too far out on the edge of the lip since we are going to be placing a concealer and we don't want it to smudge. Then I just rub my lips together and I'm just going to take the concealer that I used earlier and I'm going to place it around the edges of my lips. And I got this idea from a Korean beauty tutorial I seen a while back. And I thought it would go well with this look, so I decided I'm going to incorporate this, and it makes you look like you have a frosty, frozen lip. Also, let me know what you think of this lip in the comments. And blend until the color fades together. This will create an ombre effect. Notice how this look definitely pulls together by placing this concealer on our lip. It definitely creates a frozen, frosted vibe, and that's definitely what we're going for. We want this to look like we have cold, chapped lips because we've been outside for a long while. Next, I'm going to use my Nikita Morphe palette, and I'm going to use the color Nick. It's like a shimmer white shade, and it works really well for highlighter. As you can see, I really love it. If you have a highlighter palette, you can also use that. We're just going to take that and place that on the tip of our nose, going across the bridge of our nose. We're going to do our eyebrow bone on both sides. And then we're also going to do the upper parts of our cheekbone, just so we look a little bit more frosted and very wintry. Very icy. We want to look like we're frozen. Now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go back in with Full Bliss and I'm going to place that right on the Cupid's bow area to exaggerate our lip. And blend that out with my finger. That way it's not so harsh. Now I'm going to go back in with that highlighter and place that right above the Cupid's bow area to give an icy effect again. Next, I apply my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and I'm just going over the lashes and then shaking back and forth so it applies a lot better. Now I'm just taking my lashes, these are Ardell Wispies, and I coated the ends in concealer and dipped them in NYX HD Finishing Powder, which is a pure white, just to give them that winter vibe. You want to make sure you blow off your lashes before applying them, or you might get some of that powder into your eye. I would also suggest using a white mascara if you have any, or maybe trying a white eyeliner on the tips of the eyelashes. Now I'm going to set my face with a setting spray, and I'm using Morphe Setting Mist, and I'm just going to spray it all over my face. That's all for this makeup tutorial. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, which will be linked down below in the description box. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!